Children, let us begin with line-wise paraphrasing of Act 2, Scene 5. This scene has a dramatic irony. Dramatic irony means a situation when the significance of the dialogue or action of a character is clear to the audience or the reader, but the other characters on the stage are absolutely ignorant of it. Shylock trusts his deceitful daughter with his possessions while she is planning to betray him. So, in this situation, or here in this scene, we have the dramatic irony where we are introduced with Shylock's trust on his daughter and how his daughter is planning to betray him. Shylock is not inclined to attend the dinner hosted by Bassanio, but ultimately decides to have the meal at the expense of a prodigal Christian. So Shylock, he does not want to attend the dinner which Bassanio has hosted, but ultimately, finally, he decides that okay, fine, he will go and have the meal and just spend the money of that prodigal Christian. Prodigal is spendthrift, so he will just spend the money of Bassanio. He fears that all is not well and gives instructions to Jessica to lock and guard his house. Shylock has got some intuition that there is something which is going to happen today, and that is why he instructs Jessica to lock the house properly. Lancelot reveals to Jessica Lorenzo's plans for eloping at night. Lancelot, who is the servant of Shylock, he reveals to Jessica how Lorenzo has made a plan that they would elope that night. We are shown Jessica at home with her father's trust in her, which further heightens her betrayal. So we will read how Jessica is trusted by her father and how Jessica is going to betray her father. Venice, before Shylock's house. So this scene has been set in Venice before Shylock's house. Enter Shylock and Lancelot. So Lancelot and Shylock, both of them, they enter the stage. Shylock. Well, thou shalt see, thy eyes shall be thy judge. The difference of old Shylock and Bassanio. What, Jessica, thou shalt not gormandize as thou hast done with me? Why, what, Jessica, and sleep and snore and rend apparel out? Why, Jessica, I say. So Shylock says this dialogue to Lancelot and says, well, thou shalt. Thou means you, shalt means shall. You shall yourself see the difference between Shylock and Bassanio. Means you are leaving me, you are going to Bassanio, now you will yourself see the difference between both of us. And then he calls Jessica and says, what, Jessica? Where are you, Jessica? Then again he turns to Lancelot and says, thou shalt not gormandize as thou hast done with me. Gormandize means overeat. So Shylock warns Lancelot that you will not be able to overeat as you hast done with me, as you have done with me, you will not be able to overeat in Bassanio's house. Then again he calls Jessica, what, Jessica? Where are you, Jessica? And then the next line again he says to Lancelot and says, and sleep and snore and rent apparel out. And then he says, he warns Lancelot that you will not be able to sleep and snore the way you used to sleep and snore in my house, and you will not be able to waste so many clothes as you used to do in my house. Why, Jessica, I say. And then again he says, what is this, Jessica? I say, where are you? Now, Lancelot also says, what? Why, Jessica? Lancelot also calls out Jessica's name. Where are you, Jessica? Shylock asks Lancelot, who bids thee call? I do not bid thee call. Thee means you. So Shylock asks Lancelot, who told you to call Jessica? I did not ask you to call Jessica. Lancelot replies, your worship was wont to tell me that I could do nothing without bidding. So Lancelot replies that your worship means you only. You was wont to tell me. Was wont to tell me means you are in a habit of telling me that I don't do anything without being asked. So Jessica enters. Jessica, call you? What is your will? So Jessica asks her father, like, did you call me? What is your will? What do you want? Shylock, I am bid forth to supper, Jessica. I am bid forth to supper means I have been invited for supper, Jessica. These are my keys. But wherefore should I go? Then he hands over the keys of the house to Jessica and says, "But wherefore should I go?" Wherefore should I go means why should I go? I am not bid for love. He says, I am not invited because of love. They flatter me. I am aware that they want to flatter me. They have not invited because they love me. But yet I will go in haste. Hate to feed upon the prodigal Christian. So Shylock says that though I know that they don't love me, still I will go out of hatred, and then I will feed upon that prodigal Christian, means I will spend the money of that spendthrift Christian, that is Bassanio. Jessica, my girl, look to my house. I am right loath to go. So then Shylock says to his daughter Jessica that, Jessica, please take care of my house. I am right loath to go. I am right loath to go means I am reluctant to go. I don't want to go. There is some ill a brewing towards my rest, for I did dream of money bags tonight. Then Shylock says that there is some ill a brewing. Ill a brewing means there is something happening, like I am having an intuition towards my rest, means towards my peace of mind. And I can feel that something bad is going to happen with me, for because I have dreamt of money bags tonight. I had a dream of money bags, which signifies that something bad is going to happen today. Launcelot says, I beseech you, sir, go, my young master doth expect your reproach. So Launcelot replies, I beseech you, I request you, sir, go, you should go for the party. My young master, Bassanio, does expect your reproach. Reproach means arrival. Here the word reproach has been used in a wrong way by Launcelot. Otherwise, he wanted to say arrival. So Launcelot says that, I request you, sir, you must go to my young master Bassanio's house because he is waiting for your arrival. Shylock says, so do I his. Shylock says, yes, I'm also waiting for his arrival. Then Launcelot replies, and they have conspired together. I will not say you shall see a mask, but if you do, then it was not for nothing that my nose fell a bleeding on Black Monday last at 6 o'clock in the morning. Falling out that year on Ash Wednesday was 4 year in the afternoon. So Launcelot replies that, and they have conspired together. They have conspired together means they have made a plan. This line he says to he says to Jessica that they have made a plan of elopement today. And then the next line he says to Shylock and says, I will not say you shall see a mask. He says, I will not say that you are going to see a mask tonight. Mask means a group of people having a party with masks on their faces. But if you do, then it was for nothing that my nose fell a bleeding on Black Monday last at 6 o'clock in the morning. So Launcelot says that I don't know why my nose started bleeding last Easter Monday at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then which fall out that year on Ash Wednesday just 4 years ago in the afternoon. So this dialogue of Launcelot has so many inconsistencies, because in the same speech Launcelot says that this event took place last year. Then he says that it happened 4 years ago. First he says that it happened in the morning, and then he says it happened in the afternoon. So this dialogue of Launcelot has some inconsistencies.